The book of Genesis ascended with peace. Joseph, once a slave, became the governor of Egypt, the savior of nations, and the protector of God's covenant family. But time passed, generations changed, and the favor once shown to Joseph's people faded into memory. Now the children of Israel, once honored guests, find themselves as slaves in a foreign land. The story that began with dreams will now awaken through deliverance. After Joseph and all his brothers died, their descendants multiplied greatly. They filled the land with strength and abundance. But a new Pharaoh arose, one who did not know Joseph. He saw the people of Israel growing strong and said to his people, "Behold, the Israelites have become too numerous for us. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, or they may join our enemies in war and escape from the land." So Pharaoh set taskmasters over them, forcing them into hard labor building the store cities of Pithom and Ramses for Egypt's glory. The sound of hammers filled the air, but so did the cries of suffering. Yet something miraculous happened. The more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied. The chains that sought to limit them only strengthened their resolve. Egypt's cruelty grew, taskmasters beat them, burdens increased, and despair spread like dust across the land. But God's promise could not be broken. Even in bondage, the seed of Abraham was alive, growing beneath the weight of oppression, waiting for the time of deliverance. In his fear and rage, Pharaoh turned to a darker plan. He summoned the Hebrew midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, and ordered them, "When you deliver the Hebrew women, if it is a son, kill him. But if it is a daughter, let her live." But the midwives feared God more than Pharaoh. They refused to obey his command. When Pharaoh demanded to know why, they answered with wisdom, "The Hebrew women are vigorous and give birth before we arrive." So God blessed the midwives for their courage. Then Pharaoh commanded all his people, saying, "Every Hebrew boy that is born you shall throw into the Nile." And thus the river of Egypt ran with sorrow. It may have seemed as though evil had triumphed, but God was already preparing a deliverer. The same Nile that Pharaoh used for death would soon become a vessel of salvation. Because while Pharaoh was plotting destruction, God was planning deliverance. The cries of his people had reached heaven, and the time of awakening was near. What does this mean for us today? It means that even in the silence of suffering, God is not absent. Sometimes his greatest work begins in the seasons that seem darkest. The enemy may try to bury you under burdens, but he cannot bury a promise God has spoken. What the world uses to break you, God uses to build you. The more they pressed down, the more Israel multiplied, because faith grows best under fire. When life feels heavy and oppression seems unending, God is already raising up deliverance. The story is not over. In the next episode, a child will be born hidden in a basket, carried by the river meant for his death, and destined to change history.